Hey, Vikings faithful. Skol Nation, rise up. It's time for another dose of Minnesota Vikings news straight from the heart of a die-hard fan. Today, we're diving into some spicy roster shakeups that have us buzzing as we roll through the 2025 offseason. Picture this. Cornerbacks flying in and out of Minnesota faster than a Dalvin Cook touchdown run. Except this time, it's Nahshon Wright stealing the headlines. Teaser alert. One day after getting the axe from our beloved Vikings, Nahshon Wright lands with, who else? The Chicago Bears. Yep, our NFC North rivals just swooped in, and I've got questions. Is this a sleeper move by the Bears? Or are we laughing all the way to US Bank Stadium? Stick with me because we're breaking this down scene by scene, with all the passion and purple pride you can handle. So, grab your horns, crank up that Skol chant, and let's unpack this wild ride. From Wright's exit to our stacked cornerback crew, we're digging into every detail, stats, trades, and a little rivalry spice. What do you think of this move, fam? Hit me up in the comments as we roll through the latest Vikings saga together. Let's rewind the tape to last fall. The Minnesota Vikings were shuffling the deck, and one big move was saying goodbye to Andrew Booth Jr., our 2022 second-round pick. At just 24 years old, Booth had all the potential in the world. Speed, instincts, that Clemson pedigree, but something wasn't clicking. So, GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah pulled the trigger, shipping him off to Dallas for a new face. Nahshon Wright, a 2021 third-rounder out of Oregon State. Now, trading a second-rounder for a third-rounder felt like a gamble, right? Booth was supposed to be a cornerstone in our secondary, but injuries and inconsistency plagued him. Meanwhile, Wright rolled into Minnesota with a fresh start, 6 feet 4 inches, long arms, and a chance to prove he could hang with Brian Flores' aggressive defense. Vikings fans, did you see this trade coming? I was hyped for a reset, but oh man, the plot thickens from here. Fast forward to 2024, and neither guy stuck the landing. Booth got cut by the Cowboys before December even hit. Ouch. Wright lasted a bit longer with us, but not by much. It's like watching two ships pass in the night, except both hit icebergs. What's your take on that trade now, Skol Squad? Let's keep this story moving. Monday, April 7th, 2025. Mark it down, Vikings fans. That's the day Minnesota said, Nahshon, we're good. After surviving the preseason and hanging on through the fall, Wright's Vikings chapter closed with a thud. The 26-year-old corner was released, hitting the free agent market with just one game under his belt in purple. 15 measly special teams snaps against the Cardinals in Week 13. Think about it, 15 snaps. That's it. In a season where our defense was scrapping and clawing, Wright barely got a sniff. Was it scheme fit? Depth chart drama? Whatever it was, Minnesota didn't hesitate to cut ties. 4 years in the NFL, 33 games total, 32 with Dallas, 3 starts, and now he's packing his bags again. Did we expect more from him, fam? I sure did. But here's where it gets juicy. Wright didn't even have time to dust off his resume before another team pounced. One day later, Tuesday, April 8th, he's got a new home. Where? Oh, you're gonna love this twist. Let's peel back the curtain on that next move. Vikings Nation, brace yourselves. Enter the Chicago Bears. Yep, you heard me right. Our NFC North foes snatched Nahshon right off the scrap heap faster than you can say, Justin Fields. On Tuesday, just 24 hours after we cut him loose, Wright inked a 1-year deal with the Bears. Talk about a gut punch. He goes from purple to navy blue, staying right in our division to haunt us twice a year. Let's break down Wright's stat sheet real quick. 37 tackles, 1 interception, 5 passes defended across 4 seasons. Not exactly setting the league on fire, but at 6 feet 4 inches with those lanky arms, he's got the tools to disrupt receivers. The Bears must see something. Maybe a special teams ace or a depth piece to throw at our receivers like Justin Jefferson. What do you think, Skol fans? Is this a sneaky upgrade for Chicago? Now, I'm sitting here wondering, did we just hand our rivals a sleeper weapon? Wright's only 26. He's still got room to grow. But after barely playing in Minnesota, I'm skeptical. Vikings Nation, are you sweating this move? Or are we too stacked to care? Let's talk about our own cornerback crew next. Back to Minnesota. Let's check the pulse of our secondary post right. The Vikings didn't waste time reloading, and holy Skol, we're looking deep. At the top, we've got Byron Murphy Jr., fresh off a shiny new contract after a Pro Bowl season with 6 picks. That dude's a lockdown artist. Opposing QBs better think twice before testing him. Then there's the supporting cast. Mekhi Blackmon's back from injury, ready to ball out. Najee Thompson's a special teams demon, and we've added some serious free agent firepower with Isaiah Rodgers, Jeff Okudah, and Tavierre Thomas. That's 6 legit options, folks. Rodgers brings speed from Philly, Okudah is a former top 3 pick looking to rebound, and Thomas is a gritty depth guy. Are we stacked or what, Vikings fam? Compare that to Wright's 15 snaps, and it's clear why we moved on. This crew's got versatility, experience, and hunger. Everything Flores needs to keep our D elite. But here's the question. Did we upgrade enough? Or are we still hunting for another CB in the draft? Hit me up with your thoughts. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The Vikings offseason has been a roller coaster. New faces, big contracts, and tough cuts. Losing Wright stings a little less when you see how Kwesi and company have fortified our roster. We're not just patching holes, we're building a contender. Feel that purple pride swelling yet? Our secondary's been a work in progress since the days of Xavier Rhodes, but 2025 feels different. With Murphy leading the charge and this mix of vets and young guns, we're poised to mess with NFC North QBs, like Caleb Williams in Chicago. Speaking of the Bears, Wright's signing might give them a boost, but I'm not shaking in my boots just yet. Are you? Here's the suspense. Will our CB depth hold up when the pads come on? We've got the talent, but chemistry's the X factor. Training camp's gonna be wild. Fam. Stay tuned for that. Let's pivot to Wright's past and see what the Bears are really getting. Flashback to Nahshon Wright's Dallas days. Drafted in 2021, 99th overall, this Oregon State kid stepped into the NFL with big dreams. In his rookie year, he played 13 games, solid start, right? Then 2022 rolled around. 4 pass breakups, his lone career interception, and a taste of starting action. The potential was there, Vikings fans. But then the wheels wobbled. In 2023, he barely saw the field. 50 defensive snaps total before Dallas shipped him to us. Was it coaching? Scheme fit? Whatever it was, Wright's star dimmed in Big D. When he landed in Minnesota, I thought, new system, new shot. But 15 snaps later, we know how that ended. Did we miss something with him? Or was he just not the right fit? Now Chicago's rolling the dice. Maybe Matt Eberflus sees a diamond in the rough, or maybe they just needed a body. Either way, Wright's got a fresh start. Vikings Nation, do you think he'll ball out against us? Or fizzle out again? Let's keep this train rolling. Alright, let's talk rivalry stakes. The Bears grabbing Wright isn't just a roster move. It's personal. NFC North battles are brutal, and now we've got a former Viking suiting up for the enemy. Picture it, Week 1, Soldier Field, Wright lining up across from JJ. My heart's pounding just thinking about it. But here's the kicker. Our secondary's deeper than Lake Minnetonka. Chicago might have Wright, but we've got Murphy, Rodgers, Blackmon, the list goes on. Last year, our D finished second in the NFL in defensive DVOA. Flores isn't messing around. So, are we sweating this Bears move, or laughing it off? I need your hot takes. Skol Squad. The suspense is killing me. Will Wright turn into a Viking killer, or just another footnote? We'll find out soon enough. For now, let's trust our squad and look ahead. What's next for Minnesota? Hang tight. Fam, we're almost there. So, what's the Vikings' next move? With Wright gone and our CB room loaded, the focus shifts to the 2025 NFL Draft. 16 days away as of today, April 9th. We've only got 4 picks, so Kwesi might trade back to stack some depth. Cornerback's still a need, right? Maybe a guy like East Carolina's Siobhan Revel Jr., 6 feet 3 inches, physical, a Flores dream, catches our eye. Or maybe we're done at CB and hunting elsewhere. Safety. Anyone? Harrison Smith's not getting younger, and Theo Jackson's unproven. The offseason's heating up, and every choice matters. Vikings fans, where do you want us to strike next? Drop your draft wish list below. I'm reading every one. The tension's building. Will our roster tweaks pay off? Or are we one piece away from glory? This is why we live for Vikings football. Every move's a thrill ride. Let's wrap this up with some purple passion. Fam, here we are, Vikings Nation. The end of another epic news drop. Nahshon Wright's gone from purple to Bears blue, but Minnesota's standing tall with a secondary ready to dominate. From Booth's bust to Wright's quick exit, we've seen it all, and now we're locked and loaded for 2025. Skol vibes are through the roof. Reflect on this: 37 tackles, 1 pick, and a 1-year Bears deal. Wright's story isn't over, but ours is just heating up. With Murphy, Rodgers, and the gang holding it down, I'm hyped for what's next. What about you? Are we Super Bowl bound or still building? Shout it out in the comments. I want to hear your Viking heart roar. That's a wrap, fam. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more Vikings news hot off the press. Share this with your Skol crew. Let's keep the purple pride alive. Until next time, keep those horns high and Skol on.